Make sure to check out our sponsor, Cell Phone Buyers Recyclers. They want to buy your cell phone old, broken, or you're just trying to get rid of it. You can contact them right at the number on the screen, text or call. Also, their social media and website is in the description if that's more convenient. If you share their social media accounts on social media, get a chance to win an iPhone. Go check them out. All right, man. If you didn't know, now you know. Joe Flacco has signed a deal with the New York Jets to back up Sam Bradford while Cam Newton is still out there looking for a job. Cam Newton kind of reneged on the statement that was out there that he wouldn't be willing to back up any quarterback in the league and he would wait for a starting position. He said that, hey, I'll even be a backup. But let's talk about Joe Flacco deal. But first, we get into Colin Kaepernick. The NFL and NFLPA list him as a retired player, even though he still has the desire to play in the NFL. So let's get to that first. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video, hit that subscribe button, please. It's the best way to help the video and the channel out. Share the videos, right? So Kaepernick's girlfriend went off on social media. And I think a lot of people got a problem with Kaepernick not speaking up for himself outside of the workout that he had in Atlanta that the NFL tried to rig up. He went to a different field to prove to the media he still can ball. And, she basically said the NFLPA and the NFL full of bull crap, and Kaepernick still has the desire to play. I don't understand why he still has the desire to play because it's over with. That workout was a setup for him to sign away his rights to ever sue the National Football League again, and they was going to whiteball you. She said black ball. I like to use the term white ball. Okay? Kaepernick still wants to play. He didn't want to play in the XFL, even though that wouldn't have worked out. The CFL, I guess, wasn't an option. So, at the end of the day, I don't know, why the NFL did that. They can still have him active until, he ain't active no more. He didn't put his retirement papers in, but that's just how they plan. And they know black people are quick to forget. They right now we'll put some stuff on social media, but black people quick to forgive and forget, either or, and a lot of black people that was boycotting the NFL, they start watching it again. Some have still boycotted the NFL. You have some NBA people saying, see, this is why I don't support the NFL, but the NBA is just as racist. They just, they just have a better way of masking it. But at the same time, Kaepernick should have an opportunity to play in the league. Cam Newton, a former MVP, should play in the league over a guy like Joe Flacco, But when it comes to the quarterback position, white is always right, in the National Football League. That's why you see Dan Orlovsky with his foolish comments saying he'd take Sam Darnold over Lamar Jackson. This is why you see them offer Monday night gig to Tony Romo, all that money, Peyton Manning. What's wrong with offering it to Warren Moon or Randall Cunningham or Michael Vick? Or some of the other black quarterbacks out there, What's wrong with it? That just shows you the National Football League, and I'll be the first to tell you I think the product was better than what it is and it's sliding. But I'll be the first to tell you that if I had a son or if somebody, consulted with me about should my son pursue a career in the NFL, my first answer is going to be absolutely not. No. Try tennis, try golf, try baseball, try soccer, football, other football. Not for a black man. There's no place in it. And the working wage, it doesn't add up. The lifetime benefits, they're not there. They don't take care of their retirees. The owners still have a slave mentality. They still have a segregation mentality. They don't have a desegregation. So, until we get more youth at the top of the National Football League, but the problem is a lot of the kids, they grew up and raised by bigotry, So with Kaepernick, it is outrage. He ain't retired. He still want to play, but this is how they going to move. This is how they going to move. Now, once again, this can start up outrage again. And people say, well, I was thinking about coming to the National Football League, but I ain't coming back now. But even without the Kaepernick outrage, the National Football League was already headed for a Titanic type of ending. The rule changes, not wanting to just pay the retirees and give lifetime benefits to the player so you wouldn't have the lawsuits over, head injuries and stuff of that nature. So they changed the rules and they keep tinkering with it. A lot of people are going to be like, man, I don't understand how baseball went from probably the top sport in America and how it slid. A lot of people are going to be saying that about the National Football League. You know what I'm saying? How did it have all that glory? It had the cash, it had the women, it had the credit, it had the dope car, the dope house. It's like a dude who had it all and just let it slip through his hands. And that just lets you show how no matter how much money you got behind you, how much smart people you got behind you, how much wealth you got with you, how much credit you got with you, there's no substitute for not fucking it up. And Roger Goodell and those racist owners and the one minority owner is messing up the National Football League. You know, and they're going to spark more outrage with Kaepernick. So I still stand with Kaepernick on this. And it's funny how Jay-Z stabbed him in the back. But hey, it's another story for another day. Let's talk about Cam and Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco signed a deal that was similar to Jameis Winston. I think he has a $1.5 million base salary. So that's what Jameis got. And I think he got up to $3 million in incentives. Okay. Same thing around what Jameis Winston got. So, you know, Joe Flacco, the guy who basically won the starting job in Denver by default because Drew Lock got injured. And then he criticized the team. And then he went on IR with an injury about not going forward. He called out the coach and, you know, all that, you know, stuff of that nature. But Joe Flacco ain't really been a good quarterback in quite some time. You know, people, I bring up what Dan Orlovsky said on ESPN, and he says that he'd rather have Sam Darnold than Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson just got more around him. Did he forget before Lamar Jackson was inputting that offense, the running game was in the toilet, the passing game was in the toilet, the defense wasn't as good, and when they put Lamar Jackson in, the run game and the passing game took off. So, you know, Joe Flacco, under the same circumstances that Lamar Jackson was his rookie year, couldn't get off. Joe Flacco is over with. You know what I'm saying? Only thing Joe Flacco can do is mentor a younger quarterback. His day is come and gone. I believe Cam Newton has more to give than Joe Flacco. But you know what? I'm not shedding no tears for Cam Newton. Because when Kaepernick needed him to stand with him, what Cam Newton do? You know, that famous picture. Watch when I'm finishing up my basement now. So when this pandemic over, I'll do a lot of more videos from the basement. From my little man cave. I got to just redo it. And I'm going to have that picture right there. When, you know, Kaepernick looked at him, he tried to shake his hand. And I'll look at Cam Newton. You whiteballed out the league even though you diss Kaepernick. Even though you didn't kneel with Kaepernick. Even though you didn't stand with Kaepernick. And they still found a way to get your black ass out the league. You know, and it wasn't a mistake him saying I'm not willing to be a backup quarterback. And I think that was real. Yeah, that was a mistake. You should have said I'm willing to do whatever it takes. You know, and people say, well, Cam's a diva, and Cam's this, Cam's that. Why does Fitzpatrick keep getting a job? Why does Chase Daniels got a job? Why does Flacco keep doing a job? Because he a good old boy? It ain't just because he a good old boy. Joe Flacco had his issues, you know what I'm saying? Especially in Denver, calling out the coach for not going for it. You know, Cams just don't have the complexion for the selection. They've been waiting on Cam downfall forever. And for Darren Orlovsky saying that, you know, oh, Sam Darnold don't have this, Cam ain't never had shit but a solid defense. A good defense. Or Christian McCaffrey coming, he was still running with old DeAndre Williams, Jonathan Stewart. He took Jericho Cotchery and Ted Ginn to the Super Bowl. Nobody talk about that. And he won the MVP, so it just wasn't the defense. Cam ain't never been surrounded by A1 offensive talent. He never had a big uno as a receiver like Randy Moss, Jerry Rice, Terrell Owens, Larry Fitzgerald. You know, and they do need to get Cam an opportunity. But you see how Cam come around and go around and come around like a hula hoop? 2 Chainz. Remember you said that in the BT side for like 10 years ago. You know, you see how it worked. You and Kaepernick down there in the same position. He gonna be the Carmelo Anthony here, and somebody gonna have to give him a shot. If they making the championship run, somebody gonna give him a shot. I guarantee you, he should be in Pittsburgh right now. That just lets you know what the Rooney Rule is about. It's bullshit. How is Mason Rudolph still got a job? Stone cold racist. I don't care what nobody say. How he still got a job in the National Football League? You feel me? How? And Cam don't. Why can't Cam just back up Roethlisberger? He learned offense. If Roethlisberger get injured or Roethlisberger retire, you can plug Cam in. You know, why didn't Jerry, put pressure behind Dak and sign Cam Newton? Didn't even reach out to Cam. But he reached out to Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton better than Cam? Come on, stop it. But it's just karma. Could have stood with Cap, kneel with Cap. Didn't. He's still getting white ball. Him and Cap in the same boat right now. No Cap. You feel me? But hey, check out our NFL playlist. Don't forget we're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, response to your video request. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation to the channel? Cash App, PayPal in the description. Best way to donate is share the video. Appreciate the love, support. Keep sharing the videos, man. And I'm going to keep putting it down the best way I know how. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section about the NFL listing Kaepernick as retired against his will. And let me know what you think about Joe Flacco signing to the Jets before Cam Newton. One time for the one time we gone.